the number to her. And the friend told her he was not married. That's why she said she thought he was not married. She believed he wasn't married. When they met up 6 weeks later, she finally reached out to him. She said when she saw him, he had the ring on his finger. She said, "Is that jewelry? It looks like you're married." And he admitted he was married. So when she said she found out from him, not because he lied up front. The friend told her that she wasn't married.
Now I'm watching Shayla Says video because I wanted to see if you guys, how you were going to respond to these new revelations, and if you guys were going to hold Miss Gail accountable. And honestly, I am proud of the great number of you guys that are holding her accountable. But you know, there's still a lot of people that's riding for her in her comment section, people that are riding for her in Kandi's comment section. Because, you know, Kandi made it a point to post a video of her and Miss Gail. And I don't know. I think very deeply. When I listen to that, and trust me, y'all, I don't want to say fan, but almost. But I really like Kandi. Okay. I definitely don't think that Kandi and her either knew each other at all or knew each other that well before this situation. I think maybe Kandi or her team reached out to Gail, and the whole talk about her trying to get on the Housewives of Atlanta, y'all know that has been a sinking ship lately. And there's also, if you look it up, some stories, people going around talking about Kandi single-handedly ruined Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, people always messing with Kandi about something, but I didn't even look into, you know, how real it is, how thick the heat is, what's the true problem. But we know Kandi has been the longest runner on there. She's been on there the longest, where people call her the most boring, but she got the most businesses and the most wealth. Okay, so I guess that would make her boring, because really all she have time to be concerned about mostly is her businesses, but she still has time to do a lot of other things. Acting, parenthood, you know, be on this show, which if any of you guys watch the franchise, they do a lot. They take trips and everything. They have, you know, mandatory things that they have to do to actually be around each other and film, okay? I think that Kandi thought it was that this is a businesswoman. This is a woman where, you know, two chicks on the show tried to ruin her by saying that she her and her husband was going to poison them or drug them, same thing, and take them to a sex dungeon, right? And at the time, Kandi didn't have no sex dungeon. You know what Kandi did after she cried a couple of seasons and reunions about that, and she capitalized off of it, as she did off, you know, several other things. You know, the restaurant for her family. Y'all know that was Kandi's idea. Kandi's mom was constantly after Todd, and, you know, let's get y'all a restaurant and say it's Todd's idea. So she's very good on capitalizing, and I think that that's what she's trying to do with this situation. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's just the way I see it. And I think that she feels like if she bring Gail on with all this, you know, controversy surrounding Gail, that, from what I understood, this woman didn't have no followers, and now all of a sudden she's got, last time I looked, 200 and something thousand followers. So that's a huge come up just off of I caught my husband and his mistress together. But when you listen to the story, y'all already know what you're getting. You already know what you're getting, but it plays right up your alley. You know, this is what you want. This is basically what it's all boiled down to. Just a world full of people with really no morals and values and no accountability, no true accountability whatsoever. Now, this woman got with this man when he was married. She knew he was married, and she knew that. What makes it so bad? I'm going to tell y'all what makes it so bad, and it's several things. But I'm going to let this rock, because I'm going to let Gail speak first.
So she knew from the first day she met him that he was married. And if y'all saw that video before she deleted, y'all know. She knew. She said because she went from Decatur all the way to Buckhead that she ain't have the money. She had $5 on her. She said she was going to get something out of it. So she still went on the date anyway. She said she went on the date. After the date, she was like she didn't want to deal with him because he was married. But the next day, he started sending her a bunch of flowers. She said her office smelled like a morgue because all the flowers was there. She said that. She said he kept sending her flowers and flowers and flowers.
So what we're listening to, in case you guys haven't heard her video, is the woman who says, hey, I like Gail, but Gail's a liar. And so she's going and she's pointing out some things that where she felt like Gail wasn't being truthful. So, shout out to all of you. But I want to get to where she plays Gail's video. Now, this one is important. I did a video on this yesterday. And again, I'm just looking around online to see where y'all coming at with this. Now, this, what Gail had on the pink, maybe her gown or something, I'm not sure. But, she's talking in this video and she's telling about how she was also the other woman. Now, I don't think she expected the backlash. Why? Because she took the doggone video down. Then she came back and did like a cleanup version. I still haven't seen the whole video in full because people are just playing clips of it. But at the same time, she retold the story, yet she told it in a different manner. And we're going to listen to some of that parts of that she retold and listen to how she got the nerve. Sis, you got the nerve. Like, for real. To try to explain and make yourself seem better than the other lady. What?
More of the deleted video that Gail posted. And here's that. So, he calls and was like, I just thought, we had a nice evening and I'd like to get to know you better or whatever. And I was like, dude, you are married. And he was like, well, you having issues. And I was like, well, maybe if you paid your wife some attention, maybe you all would. You wouldn't. So, didn't matter. He started sending flowers. When I tell you, y'all, he was sending flowers. Like,
see, this is my thing. I don't, it's like when she tells this story, it feels like, okay, because people are saying, Harold is the problem. First, people were saying the other lady is the problem. Then people start saying, well, we got to hold Harold accountable too. And all this. No, all three of them are a problem. All three of them are a problem. It don't matter what this man do. It should not be entertained. Now, he's the one who has the obligation to his wife, but where's your moral obligation to him and his wife's marriage? Like, did we miss that part in society? That's our role as well. You don't have to be in it's the wife or the husband that they should be mad at. Yeah. But you also play a role. Everybody plays a role in society, right? You have a role that you're supposed to play. And if you know someone is married, then you don't have nothing to entertain them with if it's not business. And sometimes you might have to leave that business alone if they can't be professional. Like, once she found out this man was married, he shouldn't have been able to send her nothing. As soon as she found out who it was from, return to sender. Sir, if you don't stop, I will have these sent to your wife with a letter letting her know exactly what you're doing. That's all, that's it. And he'll dip then. He'll go find somebody else then. But she entertained this man. She entertained this man. And she basically told him, I'll consider it, but not until you get a divorce. Okay?
My office looked like a morgue. I promise you, it looked like a morgue. It smelled like a morgue.
What does that tell you? That tells you that she was sending a clear and uncut message to this man that she was open to whatever it was he was trying to do. You kept accepting his your office smelled like a morgue. First of all, you been in a morgue? Because morgues don't smell like flowers, honey. They really don't. But go off. You just letting us know you was accepting a whole lot of flowers. Why didn't you say a wedding? That would make our botanical or something. Like botanical gardens. It's my office smell like the botanical gardens. Why would you say a morgue? Who's dying? Oh, his marriage to the woman he was married with. That's what was dying. and you was helping kill it by accepting. She took the earrings. Didn't she say, I wasn't attracted to him, he was morbidly obese? Then she said, he wasn't my type, I wasn't feeling him. She said it like 3, 4, 5, 10, maybe 10 times, I don't know. She made it clear she wasn't feeling him at all. But when he kept lavishing her with these gifts, and mind you, homegirl made it clear she had a child, she wasn't doing good. She drove to come see him. She had like $5, what she said, for gas or something like that, left in her bank account or her pocket or tank or something. She wasn't really doing good, and he kept coming on with the gifts, coming on with the gifts. And I think it's ironic that she tried to turn around and say that old girl, Sabrina, tried to play him that way by, oh, I got the clothes on my back. What? Sis, are you serious right now? Come on, man. You too old for this.
Too old. Well, we could go out, as friends sometime and have dinner. So I was like, okay. So after the third time I went out, the fourth time I went out,
after this, Gail, just get your ass off the internet. Straight up. I'm going to tell you, just get on off the internet. He married. You said you don't want to date married men. And he says, well, we can just go out as friends. And you said, okay, bitch, you Sabrina. Just in case nobody has looked you dead in your face. I'm talking about square in your eyes while Kandi talking about, well, how you doing? Don't nobody care how she doing. Don't nobody care how she is doing. She didn't care about how that first wife was doing. The minute you sat up there and said, oh, okay. So you going to go out as just friends with somebody that you don't even have business with him. Y'all just, somebody allegedly introduced y'all, passed the number or something. So you don't have to be dealing with this dude. But he's pursuing you and he's married. You ain't got nothing for him, baby. No words, none of that. But yet and still, you say, okay, let's go to dinner. Trick. Everything you trying to say about Sabrina, you trying to say she a trick. Baby, you was the first trick. Probably not the first, but in this story, you was the first trick. Straight up.
This is not right. So I was like, not doing this anymore. So he was like, no, because I'm going to file for divorce. So I was like, until you file for divorce, don't reach out to me, and I was like, and I can't tell you.
I mean, I don't know what, I just don't think y'all, let me speed this up because I don't got that kind of time. I don't think y'all doing this like it need to be done. So I'm here to show y'all what really needs to happen in this case right here. Gail needs to be dismissed. Sis, we can't take back the followers she got, and whatever she did, it worked, but you kind of lost a little bit from that. So carry on. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna go see her on Atlanta House. The name of this one, the show is called Housewives of Atlanta. This chick is getting a divorce. Who housewife is she? We don't even know what she does. Housewife of Atlanta. She's not a housewife anymore. But y'all pushing for her to be on the show for what? Because you like her? Because she has sex appeal? Because she walked up on her husband and his mistress? Oh my God, y'all not serious right now. Listen, this woman right here don't got nothing else to say that I want to hear. You don't got no story. You don't got no sob story. You don't got nothing. You just as dirty as Harold is. And Harold is just as dirty as Sabrina. And Sabrina is just as dirty as both of y'all. And all three of y'all are the same. Somebody just came and did to you what you did to that woman. You told that man until he get a divorce. So basically you pushed him to get a divorce. She trying to make the story sound like she pushed him to work it out. No, she basically gave him an ultimatum. If you want to be with me, you gonna be divorced. That's what her ultimatum was.
Can't do that. So next day he calls and was like, oh, you're a challenge. I'm gonna get you, like, you know, I'm gonna marry you. You're the girl for me. Like, you work hard, you're a single mom, you're doing your thing, you know, you're gonna be the girl for me. And I was like, dude, let it go. So fast forward the story. Of course,
this don't even make no sense. I see why she took this shit down, because it doesn't make any sense. Dude, let it go. How you wouldn't even need what was y'all locked in a closet or something, stuck in an elevator for months? Like, where was you that you couldn't get away from him? Dude, let it go. I've had married men try to talk to me, and you know, that's the first thing I want to know is, are you married? I don't want to hear yeah, but we separated, we're going through a divorce. I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't have time to figure out what is the true story. Are y'all separated but working on it? Blase, whatever. He could be lying. He probably is lying. Yeah, the nigga lying. I'm just joking, y'all. But at the end of the day, if you are not divorced and you cannot show me the papers, okay? Now, people exchange STD papers. I exchange divorce papers as well. Okay? I'll tell you how long I've been divorced. I can show you my paperwork. I've had guys ask me for my paperwork. Show me your divorce. And I ask the same thing. You've been married? Okay. You separated? You divorced? All right. Let me see them divorce papers. And I'm going to check and see if you registered in any other state. I'm not dealing with no dude that's married under any circumstances. But that's just me. But when you make a choice to deal with a married man, you do know, for one, you're dealing with a married man. Divorce may not be easy most of the time, but it's a legal procedure. It's possible. Ain't nobody going to jail. You didn't do nothing wrong. Your marriage is ending. So you got to go to court. That's just what happens. You have to have a lawyer. It's going to cost some money. Da-da-da-da-da. But in order to properly move on, you're supposed to get divorced if that's truly what you two are seeking. So to have somebody in limbo talking about, yeah, I'm going to do, no, tell me what you about to do. I'm done. And don't double back when you do. Because for you to have enough respect for me to try to talk to me while you're still divorced, like I want somebody else's husband, I never want to deal with you. Straight up and down. And that's just the way it goes. But this woman did not even, she didn't verify anything. She didn't say, let me talk to your wife and all. Yeah, that sounds extreme, don't it? Well, don't talk to nobody while you can't prove you're actually divorced. Don't talk to nobody when you're married, because why would you not want to be sure that this dude isn't telling you one thing and doing something else? She didn't care. She took his word for it because she wanted the benefits of the lifestyle that he could provide to her. And that's all it is to it. That's all it is to it. And Sabrina doing the same thing.
Get all his women, because what's her name ain't the only one. It's been plenty. She just the face of the franchise right now. I'm finding out he got a thing for girls that are 25, 30. That's about the oldest he like him. And he damn near about to be 64 years old. But you know.
I just see. Okay. She was going off in that video. I really want to hear that whole video because she was going off in that video. And honestly, y'all, I don't think that she just found out that he been dealing with all these other chicks. I think that because he's actually leaving her for Sabrina, and Sabrina was the bottom bitch, I guess, the main chick. And, you know, she could tell that this was more than just an affair. It was serious, and this woman had potential to take her. And, you know, she looks, at first I was like, y'all tripping, talking about they look alike. But nah, they do look similar. But, I mean, let's strip them of anything that's not real. And then see. I don't know if that's Gail's hair. It seemed like it is, but shit. Good money, you can make any, you know, whatever. But they do seem similar. It just seemed like Sabrina got a lot more fake stuff going on with her, and she's a little more plump, bloated, something. I don't know. Y'all keep saying a younger version. I think that's a little on the disrespectful side. I mean, Harold is elderly. I don't care what y'all say about his age. The dude seemed like he 90 and frail. And I'm sticking to that. That's what how he look. She already said she done cleaned his poopy diapers. So, you know, Sabrina Blair calls right. She might come out pretty good, but he's a dirty old nasty something or another, from what I can tell, because according to what's being reported, This dude got with Gail, dismissed his wife and his children for the most part, and they didn't grow up benefiting off of anything she benefited off of. So again, you bet, girl, let them children come forth and see what's going. You better get your ass off of here talking about your personal business. That's the only way you could come out and get on house. Like, why would you? Okay, whatever, man. This shit here, boy. Gail, go sit your ass down somewhere.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So that's what I'm just here to let you all know that I started seeing him before the divorce was final, but at no time did I go in try to destroy his marriage or any of that. And
hell not.
Before we started kicking like that, I was encouraging him to start working out with his wife. I did. Okay. So
listen.
Back on track.
All right, sis. Hold on. I know it's your video. I don't mean to cut you off, but how you was encouraging him. He don't need you to encourage him. God's supposed to encourage him. He's supposed to encourage him. His children, his wife, and everything should have been motivation enough. I mean, it's people. It's just weird how people can say, "Oh, I'm gonna get married. If I want to upgrade, or I want to get something different, or I'm tired of this." And that's not what marriage is about. It's not disrespect or discarding the other person or moving on from your marriage. It's about you. It's about you. At the end of the day, you thought long and hard about this thing, and you made a commitment to be with somebody and weather it out, grow old together no matter what. And that means y'all gonna go through it all. Don't nobody go through it more than two people who are together. Nobody. So why the hell would you be expecting? It's just crazy how somebody say a dude or a dude with means can think that they supposed to just go and say, okay, well, this is play this course and I'm just about ready for a new burst of happiness or whatever. You really doing your current wife a favor because you a sack of shit and she just lucky. But at the same time, women and men, y'all, the way y'all age us in society is different. Right? Y'all talk about women hitting the wall, blase, whatever. It's just, and then, look at the biological sides of it. The woman can have your children, but that's a toll on her body. And those are her children on her, with her, always, no matter what you do. But with a guy, he can have 1,000 children spread around the world, and he could be just as free as he had never had any. Never had no coochie, no children, no nothing. And he can get married as many times as he wants to with no strings attached and just go see his children. It doesn't work like that with a woman. The tolls that have been put on her have been put on her. And y'all know this. So why would you take your stinking, raggedy, old, decrepit tail and run around and waste these years of this woman life? Y'all done had, he had 2-3 children with the woman. Then, Gail, you had them. You got them. You stole them. You took them. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it challenge me, sis. Challenge me so I can break it down and let you know for sure that your ass was wrong. You got them. It's almost 30 years you had them. You thought you had something. You thought you was going to be with this dude forever. It's just as long as you could stomach and tolerate the little small affairs. But he fooled your ass, didn't he? He went and did an upgrade on you the same way he did an upgrade on the first wife with you. Surprise, bitch. 30 years of your life is gone. Now you elderly trying to get on fucking Housewives of Atlanta, and you're not even a housewife.
About to go get a smoothie. I had only uploaded one of Gail's videos that she put up, which was about the airport situation. And she basically just went into detail surrounding her walking up on Harold and
okay, let's go.
So after the airport video, here is the video that she done.
So y'all can go watch Shayla Says video. I think this is her. I mean, I see the person in thumbnail. I'm looking at the format. I don't know. But it could be somebody else she posted. I'm not sure. I don't know. They don't look the same. But you can go watch her
first video if you
want to see her commentary.
Hey y'all, I'm going to address this part about the start of my relationship with my husband, and I'm going to be done, and you can say what you want to say, do what you want to do. I mean, it is what it is, and that was almost 30 years ago.
This shit right here. This shit right here, boy. This shit right here. Y'all talking about, she talking about we ride at dawn. Y'all said what? I don't know if y'all started that or whatever, but y'all supposed to be ride or die for her. Somebody need to ride up on her and punch her in her damn face. Bitch, 30 years ago, it was 30 years ago, it happened. When was Jesus crucified? How many years ago was that? That was before time was even being told, was it? Or will they have a BC before Christ? You get my point. Shit happened. Slavery happened. Some people say that was old. Let it go. The Holocaust happened. All kind of things happened. All kind of things happened, bitch. My mama died 19 years ago. 19 years. That's a long ass time. But it could have been yesterday. And tomorrow is still going to be the same impact. Because my mother is deceased. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you have something devastating like that happen to you, it's like a death in the family. When you have your family torn apart, yes, he's responsible for what he did. But you knew you didn't have to be the one to do it. You don't have to give him the luxury. Listen. Harold ended up leaving his wife because he found a woman that he felt like was the type of woman he would rather upgrade to. So he went with her and she let him. Had she not let him, he would have had to keep on trying, messing around, looking. And maybe he would have ran up on another woman. He felt like he had the right looks, the right situation to be that next wife, and she would have went for it, or we don't know because it didn't happen. Okay? 30 years ago. Oh, it don't matter?
I found out later that he was. So I told him then that I did not deal with married men and that I didn't want to do anything to some other woman that I didn't want done to me. And I meant that, and I still hold to that. So, of course, he gave me the standard.
You did not hold to that. You did not. It's the irony of this. It's the irony of this. It's the irony of this. I hold to that. First of all, you didn't hold to that because you still mess with a married man and you married a married man. The minute you kept taking his gifts, you was messing with him. The minute you went on dates with him, you was messing with him, ho. The minute you was dating this dude until he got a freaking divorce, you was messing with him, ho. You was in a relationship, yes, ho. You was in a relationship with this dude when you found out that he wasn't divorced. Bitch, this woman didn't care. Y'all ain't playing no games with me over here. This woman didn't care. She never made him prove to her that he was actually divorced before she actually got committedly serious with the dude. What time is it? Because I think it's time for Gail to take her damn medication. Because she done lost her damn mind.
And whenever I would talk to him, I would tell him, he would try to be hitting on me, but I would knock it right down because I wasn't attracted to him. My husband was overweight, morbidly obese, actually. But he was a nice guy. But when I would talk to him, I would encourage him to stay with his wife and kids. And I thought he thought that was the oddest thing, but that's what I would do. I would encourage him because I liked him like that. And I was like, you married, so
I'm pretty sure, y'all, everybody thinks Gail is beautiful. Okay? Girl got freckles and everything. I love me some freckles. Love me a redhead. She might be that might be her now. Somebody else said that. And I'm going to concur because of them freckles, that might be her natural hair color. But just imagine Gail when she was younger, boy. And don't say it's Sabrina. I think Gail was a lot hotter. She was Foxy Brown fine. I guarantee it. Now, tell me Gail wanted a nasty or morbidly obese guy that she was repulsed by physically. Or did she want his money? Okay. We know the answer.
He kept asking me, like, what if I was divorced and she and I having problems and all of that? And I was like, well, that's the case. You need to get your problem handled. I can't even think about ever even dating you.
What if are y'all listening to this woman? Y'all still riding with her? What if I was divorced? Basically, if I get divorced, then I can have you, right? You gonna be mine, right? We gonna do it, right? Well, you need to get your stuff handled, aka you need to get a divorce. Meanwhile, the wife at home and they probably ain't had one divorce conversation. I'm pretty sure they going through some things. But it's hard not to go through some things when your man be running around here exploring options, whether actively or even mentally, with other people. No relationship is going to have a fair chance when the other party is exploring other options, even in their damn dreams. Huh? What if I was divorced when you need to get your shit handled? Sabrina? You know you done fucked up, right? Huh? You know that, right?
Lo and behold, he tells me that he's going to divorce her. He started his process, and that, he wanted me to be his girl and all that kind of stuff. Actually gave me some diamond earrings to let me know. He's like, this is to let you know that I'm super duper serious about this thing. So
she accepted diamond earrings from a married man who said and claimed that he was on his divorce. Now, just in case they don't play the rest of that on here, in which they probably not, plus I got somewhere I gotta be. I just wanted to dig into Gail's ass one time real quick for the one time. Gail said when she was with this dude, she found out that he was not divorced. Okay. Then she said she asked him, and she tripped up. Don't make me have to find that part and come back. But she tripped up because she said that he told her he was divorced. But then when she confronted him, he said that he was going to file. He was gonna file, just blah, blah, blah. And she said, no, you need to handle that. And then later on, she found out that he still didn't file for divorce. And the divorce wasn't final. And he was saying that it was some old this and that and the third going on. And so they going on in their relationship. And she still know this dude isn't divorced. But let's back up, Gail. I'm the innocent one. I'm the good girl. You said you wasn't gonna date this guy until he was divorced, but when you started dating him, you never had him verify to you that he was divorced. You simply went off his word that him and his wife weren't kicking it too hot. You went off the word that the marriage was basically over. He just didn't file for divorce. And whatever else he told you that you ain't telling us. It probably said we don't sleep together. We ain't in the same. Oh, she did say that he said the woman was going through postpartum. And it was just too much. And that's a damn shame. You fucking with a dude who not feeling his wife no more because she going through postpartum and she done had his children. You don't tell us you worse than Sabrina without telling us you worse than Sabrina. You going through menopause, and that's what the problem is, because nobody said that. But so what? Y'all don't have no children. Okay? Maybe you aged out. I don't know. However, you didn't verify. You didn't make this man prove to you that he was divorced, but you sticking to that. What you say earlier? That's your story. That you gonna hold to that? You held to that? How you held to that, Gail? You knew the man was married. He lied and told you that he was gonna get a divorce, and you said, "Okay, let's go," because you needed that money. All right, come on with it now, baby. Them diamond earrings.
We had no relationship, any of that, for like 3 months. Because actually, I was calling him Al Bundy, and he didn't even know if I was calling him that.
This is so stupid.
Al Bundy. This is so stupid. And I don't mess with Al Bundy's or whatever, right?
This is so stupid. You so whack for this shit, Gail. Only a fool would sit up here and listen to your story and believe what you saying. You call him Al Bundy because he was married, and you say you don't mess with Al Bundy's while talking to the Al Bundy that you're currently messing with?
So I did. So there may be some fault there where I started dating him before his actual divorce was final, but I made sure that he had filed divorce because that's what he told me. So we did take a trip to the SS Music Festival the first year, and a phone call came in, and I'm assuming that it was his wife, but the way he responded to the call let me know that, basically something was up, and that he probably had lied to me.
Ding, 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 ding. This is the woman that looked on her receipts and found out that her man was taking this woman on all these trips while she's sitting up here telling y'all that she went on the trip to the Essence Music. I assume they had to fly out there to the music festival with a married man, and she didn't verify that he was divorced. He just told her that he had filed for divorce. Okay. Y'all say karma don't take 30 years. Karma get you in your next lifetime. Okay, play with it.
Fuck. Conversation going that way, he really had too much to say. But he was like, well, no, I talked about it, but I was going to file. I'm going to still going to reach out and file them when I get back and all that kind of stuff. So of course I was furious because I was like, you lied to me. Like, why would you, tell a lie like that? The only reason I came was because you told me you had filed and all that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking everything kosher with them, and that I didn't have anything to do with that. Because he told me in the beginning, like, no, she and I.
You didn't have anything to do with that. 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 Did you say, nigga, I'm not? Don't call me. Don't text me. You blocked. Blah blah blah. Don't try. Don't send nothing. I'm gonna let your wife, I'm gonna blow up your spot, I'm gonna call your job, whatever the fuck you gotta do to get this nigga to leave you alone, because you don't want that on you, right? That's what she said. She don't want nobody to do to her what she claimed she not gonna do to the first woman, but she ended up doing to the first woman. So he got you believing this and believing that, and you furious, but you still stayed with him, and then you turned around and married him. So you married a man that you knew was being deceitful, and you married a man that you knew who really, him and his wife, you can hear her tell the story and know that off top he's telling her not that they're gonna get a divorce, but he really ain't feeling the marriage. So he sees something he like, and if he want it, then he want to get it. And she like, nah, not with that marriage stuff. You gonna have to do it because she want to be a wife. Okay, cool. Fat boy got money. Got you. Gail. Why you come on here putting Harold and Sabrina out here like this? And you just an older, so you Sabrina grandma. Okay, auntie. Older
nice
sister.
Guy, really nice guy. He's a professional guy, was president of a company and all that kind of stuff. But I had my own thing. I was working. I was a single mom doing my own little thing. So I didn't really need him for anything.
Struggling.
But, the only thing that I'll say about that was, I did start dating him after he filed for divorce. And I think from the time I met him to the time he divorced was like a 10-month span. So those first 3 months, I didn't say anything to him, like romantically, because I was not attracted to him, and that is for real. If you see the picture of him before,
okay,
but he was a nice guy.
All right, so this is about the 10th time she letting y'all know that she wasn't attracted to him, but yet and still, this woman is a liar and a manipulator. I'm just here to let y'all know, because y'all act like y'all don't want to see it because she pretty, or she don't want y'all over, or she sit there with her head on her chin, or her hand in her head, or whatever she be doing to try to, like, I don't know what that does for y'all. I don't know what none of this does for y'all. But at the end of the day, she wasn't attracted to him, not one iota. Not one bit. Not one bit. But she didn't need him. But she was a single mom. She was struggling. She had, did she tell y'all about her? I done drove all the way out here to see you, and you wasn't divorced. So this is like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 10th time that he still was lying, saying he was divorced. I mean, just y'all. Gail. So now you just posting pictures on your, because it's just shut up. Just don't say nothing else. There's nothing else you can say, homegirl.
I'll say that, maybe me dating him before the divorce was final was wrong. And I'll take accountability for that.
Maybe.
Go back, 30 years now and correct that. I'm just trying to move forward and do what's right. But, Miss Thing is trying to, like, paint this narrative like, oh,
she trying, hold up, because I thought I saw her right beside me. I was going to smack her. I'm in Atlanta. I really thought I saw Gail. I was about to get out of my car and smack the taste out her mouth. You trying to, 30 years ago, do we need to go over this again? It don't matter if it was yesterday. It don't matter if it was in your grandma lifetime. That's like people saying slavery, and we wasn't even alive, bitch. I will fucking make sure your ass don't never was born in the first place. Can we do that? How about let's do that? Because you made sure a lot of our people was never born. You sure had long lasting impacts on us, and not just in our lifetime, but our offspring's lifetime, their offspring's lifetime. In fact, until we no longer exist, it will always have grave impacts upon us. The same way, Gail, 30 years ago, you had an impact on that woman and her children. Are you crazy? That's somebody's daddy. You trying to do the right, what's right? Divorcing Harold? Trying to get him, milk him? I don't know what's the Georgia law that you're using against him. I was a mistress, but now she a mistress, so get him because he committed adultery. Like, I mean, 30 years, she gonna come out sweet to some degree, but, girl, this is what was meant to happen. This is what was meant to happen. The last thing any woman should ever strive to do is be a mistress, no matter what the situation is. That's just one thing. I'm sorry, but I could never play with that. Never, ever, ever, ever play with that. And I think as a young lady, I already knew. First of all, marriage is sacred. If you can't completely close that chapter out before stepping to me, you're not somebody, you repulse me already. Secondly, I'll be damned. I don't care if I'm 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, bitch, in my grave. You fuck around with my husband? It's curtains. It's curtains. It's curtains.
My whole time, I was encouraging him to stay with his people. She did not. I have the text messages between them from the day they met to, all the things that he was telling her, the things she was telling him, and telling him that she didn't have anything and that she left her family just to close on her back, and, just this little sob story for him. So I guess he went with it. But like I said, this was originally about me posting a video of me seeing them for the first time in the airport. So I ain't judging her. I ain't gonna judge him. Like I said, I'm not, but it ain't like I willfully went out.
You just judged her. You just judged her. You said she gave him a sob story he went with. Well, he went with it. Bitch, he went with that ass before he cared about what her story was. Listen, Harold is like 96. He's at mastery level. He been a player his whole life. He ain't on expert level. He's not on junior, senior, beginner. He ain't on none of. He's not the executive director. He is not the trainer. He is at mastery level. He don't even teach nobody nothing. You can't even talk to the master. He just that damn good. He didn't need her to tell him that she came in with a clothes on her back or nothing. No shit like that. He saw what he wanted and he already sized her up. You think dudes don't get the mastery level if they willing to get the mastery level? It don't take but so much discipline to get the mastery level, because y'all hoes be letting them dudes play y'all, read y'all left and right. Nothing but emotions. You tell them too much and you fall for too much. They know you. All shapes and colors and sizes and heights and everything. All these different just different varieties that women come in. And dudes, a lot of dudes, they know them all. They know them all. Just by looking at your ass for 2 minutes. He done read you. He know your whole fucking story. She didn't need to tell him no shit like that. He saw what he liked. He knew she was the prime target. And it all just fell together. You can say whatever you want to say about what she told him and blah, blah, blah. But I don't care if she told him she was Diana fucking Ross. Your husband did not need to go be no Captain Save-A-Ho. Your husband chose to go be a Captain Save-A-Ho. I don't care if she told him that she was Whitney Houston reincarnated. Your husband still could have rolled back over and hunched on you some more. He didn't have to pay that chick no attention. He did what he wanted to do. It don't matter what her story was. If she said my husband is the big bad wolf and we got to get rid of him, bitch, he would have hired a hitman if that's what it took. What do you mean by saying this? It just doesn't make any sense. Gail, you are such a manipulator, but not here, boo-boo. Not today.
Family.
No.
It was nothing like that. So a lot of us were deceived. A whole bunch of us were deceived. So that is what he has done.
Who?
That's what he continues to do. So
who?
I'm gonna let it be what it is. And like I said, once we get further down the road in this process, I can share some things. I don't know how to share the receipts.
Don't share nothing else. Listen, I don't want to hear no more. It's more that I want to get at her at, but I mean, we just gonna be saying the same thing. I mean, y'all pretty much get my stance on it. Gail, don't share nothing else. It's nothing else for you to share. Do you understand that? I hope you understand. I hope she see this video. I'm following her on TikTok. I might post a snippet to my TikTok and tag your ass. Because, sis, there's nothing else for you to share. We don't care. We don't want to hear no more from you. And you better stop. Because it seemed like him and her talking. So, do you really want that battle? Nobody is going to look at you like the innocent, poor, freaking done wrong wife. Just because you put 30 years in. Just cause what? What? Because that was 30 years ago? Especially hearing you say some shit like that. Why y'all chicks getting together? Look, I'm outside of LA Fitness right now. I'll tell you where at. DM me. We can meet up. And we can find out how we gonna get Sabrina ass. I mean, not Sabrina. Gail. And box her ass up since y'all riding. Since we riding, why we can't ride on Gail? Gail said it was 30 years ago. She said, fuck that hoe. She ain't never do this. She ain't never do that. You expected that woman to get all up in your face when you got her husband and she bringing her children to your house to see their father, to sit up there and cry and whine about what you done or did. You know what you did? You told us what you did. You know exactly what you did. You told us what you did. And is it just me? Girl, I hope you have fun on that damn show if that's what you're trying to do. Whatever you're trying to do, get it. Get it.
I'll show you that.